Hello, hello. Welcome to Be Lovers Again Relationship Tips for August. It's so great to have you here. I want to talk about listening. Listening is a very, very important skill. You can learn it. Nobody's born a good listener, really. It's a skill. And it's a skill that really isn't taught in too many places or by too many people. We learn a lot of things, but not to listen. So I'm going to talk to you today about a few basics. Number one, if you want to talk to somebody, approach them and ask them if it's a good time. I know that sounds ridiculous, but how many times do people just walk into a place where you're sitting? You might be reading a book or reading the paper or looking at the clouds. You might be working, but you're preoccupied doing whatever it is you're doing. And the fact that you're in the room, people walk in the room and feel like they can just talk to you. Friends, your partner, children, workmates. And it happens all over the world. The first thing I want you to remember is if you want to talk to somebody, say to them, I'd love to have a conversation with you. A short conversation, a medium conversation. It'll take 3 or 4 minutes. It'll take about 15 minutes. Is this a good time? So let them know you want to have a conversation. Let them know how long you think it'll be. And ask them if it's a good time. Maybe they'll say, yeah, come on in, sit down. Maybe they'll say, can we do it later? I have a call until 2. Can we do it at 3? Can we do it this evening? Can we do it tomorrow? And it depends on the sense of urgency that you have. You might say, it's only going to take 3 or 4 minutes, but I really need to know much sooner than later. Can you carve out 2 or 3 minutes earlier, sooner than that? And we're talking now specifically between partners. Let's narrow our scope. So that's number one. Ask somebody if it's a good time. If not, schedule a mutually convenient time so that you know where you're going to be. I'll meet you here. I'll meet you in the kitchen. I'll meet you on the back patio. Okay, that's number one. Number two, let people know how you want them to listen. Don't assume that people will know how to listen to you. There are 3 ways that you can listen, 3 levels that you're listening for. Listening on. Number 1, you're listening for feelings. Is somebody having feelings? Are they excited? Are they upset? What's going on emotionally? So you're listening for feelings. Number 2, you're listening to problem solve. Is there a problem? Is there an upset? Is there a worry? Is there a concern? Is there something going on that you could help somebody sort through? Listening for feelings, listen for problem solving. And the third is listening to get information, And the other part of this, I'll let you know, is giving advice, but not giving advice in the way that you would think. So listening for feelings, listening to problem solve, listening for information. So if I came in and I said to you, I'd like to talk to you, it'll only take 5 or 6 minutes, and I'd like you to listen for my feelings. I'd like you to listen to my feelings. I'm feeling upset. I want you to listen to my feelings. I'm feeling so excited, but I have a little bit of a dilemma. Or I'm so excited about something, I'm going to share it with you. So give your partner the opportunity to know how to listen. Or, there's something that's bothering me, not about you, about work, about the kids, about my friend, my mother. And I'd like you to listen so that we can problem solve it together. I'd like to get your thoughts. Or I'd like to talk to you and work out some things, and I want to give you some information. So feelings, problem solving, or listening for information. Let's just talk about advice for a minute. I'd like to hear your advice. I'd like to get your advice. I'd like to hear your thoughts. That doesn't mean that you are going to tell the person what it is that you think they should do. I'm going to say that again. It isn't for you to tell the person what you think they should do. It is to share from the I position. We've talked a lot about iMessage feedback. To share from the I position. I imagine if I were in this situation, I might. I think what would be helpful for me first is to think about these three things. So sharing from your own perspective, from your own experience, from your own training, your own expertise, your own beliefs, your own values, your own attitudes about things. So you're not giving advice, not telling somebody what to do, what they should do. You're giving somebody the benefit of your experience, what you might do, how you might look at the problem, how you might frame the dilemma, how you might think through some alternatives, A, B, C. Okay? So think about these things. This is our tip for August is listening. You're listening on 3 levels. You're listening for feelings, you're listening to problem solve, and you're not problem solving in that conversation. You're like gathering a lot of the information. The actual problem solving is another conversation. So you're just listening for feelings, listening to gather information to problem solve, or you're gathering information for the person to give your advice, to offer your perspective, to ask some powerful questions, to engage them, to engage their own knowing, their wisdom, their own curiosity. So try these things. If you're watching in the replay, let me know how you prefer to listen, how you listen best, where perhaps your weakness is, and how you think you might beef up, deepen, become a more elegant listener. Remember that you can learn all these skills. They are doable. Love is not enough in a relationship. Love plus self-knowledge, plus partner knowledge, plus the whole body of essential relationship success skills, or what I like to call couple-specific skills. And they're easy to learn, not so easy to implement, but they're simple to implement. They're simple to implement. And you can do this. You've got this. Thanks for being with me today. And I look forward to being with you again on our next Be Lovers Again Relationship Tips series. Bye for now.